Well, as a Latina who was the first in her family on the Polish side, the Puerto Rican side, and the American Indian side, to go to college and graduate with a degree, and then not only stop there but get a master's degree in business, where only 0.2% of Latinas actually hold nationally a master's degree in business. For me, it's really important for Latinas to be bold, to do everything that they feel they need to do to have that education. Having education, not just for Latinas, women, but for all people, is really the way to move forward. Whether that's from, their communities, poverty, seeing, an immigrant family coming from somewhere else who had to struggle, who didn't have money and came here for the American dream. In order for our Latinas to have the American dream, education is essential. It is essential. And yes, it's hard. It is really hard, especially if you come from a family that does not have that experience of what it's like to go to college. There's no one to help you figure out what a FAFSA, financial aid form, is. There's no one there to help you make sure you go to class at 8 o'clock in the morning. So if you're getting there at 8:30, you're missing half the lecture. There's no one there that's going to chase after you and make sure you're writing that 10-page research paper a week before it's due instead of the night before it's due. And all the other challenges that you may have in terms of having a child, or having a high school diploma, or a GED versus having a high school diploma, all of the challenges that we have, and then the culture and the language and all the other stuff that comes with being a Latina. But don't stop. And my biggest advice and the way that I got through was by having some very strong mentors and coaches, and not people that necessarily agreed with me. They were people who were different from me. They were people who were in different sectors. They were some education, some business, maybe political, people who worked in nonprofits, people who didn't work in nonprofits, people that worked in manufacturing. But you need to take in those experiences, because in every one of those experiences, you will see a piece of you. It will connect with you in some way, and that will give you the motivation and the drive to continue to find that diploma. And at the end of the day, once you have it, nobody can take it away from you. It's yours forever. So when people always say to me, well, how in the heck did you become the president of Centro Hispano, Milwaukee? It came out of nowhere. I worked for it, and I worked really hard for it, and I deserve to be here, not because I'm this extra special person, but because I did everything the way I needed to get to this moment. Whether it was fighting through getting my diploma and then my master's degree, whether it was taking those AP classes at Riverside High School, which I just did not want to take, and my guidance counselor kept forcing me to take AP classes. God knows I did not like European history AP, but all of those experiences and all of those Latinas that worked with me along the way, whether it was my guidance counselor at Riverside, Nancy Pagan, whether it was Toni Rivera, who's also now an ED of SOC, whether it's Netta Avila, who worked with me, who I had the opportunity years ago at La Causa to work with her domestic violence group, years later become a leader of a domestic violence program. All of those experiences from all of those other women, and the ones I didn't name, really helped propel me to the place that I am today. And so you can never take for granted a connection, an opportunity to someone maybe even in your family, someone outside your family. If you don't have someone that can show you and help you walk through, find them, find someone. Even for the young ladies that I help mentor today, or people that reach out to me because they've seen me and they're like, how did you do this? I want to do this. Just being able to give people a hand up, I'm not talking about a hand out, I'm talking about a hand up, makes all the difference, not only for today, but the future of our community.